Yo, yo, yo. How you guys doing? Let me just chill the channel a little bit, or the video, or the stream. There we go. How you guys doing? Captain is in the chat. Hi club, hi Captain. Vanalesva, yo, what's up? The central plan is here as well. Guys, it's gonna be chill stream. I don't want a lot of people in the chat to, you know, spam the chat. I like this. I actually like this. I enjoy when the market is not volatile. I think it's best time to, you know, relax and trade and, you know, put buys and, you know, longs and shorts without any kind of, you know, big emotional you know, effect on the trades. Because when the market is volatile, although it can, you know, do big stuff and it can move pretty fast, exclusive chat, very elite. It can, you know, it can mess up your, you know, your judgment. It can mess up your judgment. So the best time, the way I see it, the best time to buy and sell is when the market is boring, when there is not much happening. Then you can actually see where the lines are, what's going on, are we bullish, are we bearish, so forth, you know, and you know, assume that you know, we're going up or down or whatever. So I've been posting a little bit charts in the chat, and a lot of stuff has, you know, these very nice lines, just like over here. So I thought, let's talk about that. By the way, guys, we got full moon coming tomorrow. Next full moon is tomorrow. Let's see up here. Next full moon. Next full moon is May 16th, 5:14 AM UK time. Now this full moon, May 16th, is also gonna have a total lunar eclipse. So I'm not quite sure, you know, how that will, you know, affect the markets. But this girl, Maren Altman, she's you know, totally into this astrology stuff. You know, we are not as much as into astrology stuff as she is, but you know, we like the moons. The lunar eclipse in Scorpio goes exact is just over 24 hours. Should be quite intense Sunday. Should be quite intense Sunday. I'm not quite sure if the Sunday will be intense or not, but you know, there's that. Tis Verbund, hi man, how you doing? Me too, yeah, you too, man. Must be a pump moon. Lol, everything is green today. It's not, everything is not green on my chart. I'll show you up here, F11. And we're gonna do this over here. Pattern, I think like this. Now you can see all my screen, my screen. You'll see that over here there's a lot of coins that are both in red and green, but nothing is like, you know, 10% up or 10% down. Everything is like, you know, around the place where you know, wherever it was, right? BNB up here a little bit, and everything got this same pattern up here, you know, following some kind of inverse head and shoulders up here playing. So yeah, right now we are sitting at this very important resistance up here. It needs to be broken, so we'll see that. But you know, a lot of stuff has this inverse head and shoulders pattern creating. Besides Luna is, you know, different breed right now. It follows its own thing. Some of these stuff don't have, you know, you can say that, you know, this over here is some kind of inverse head and shoulders pattern up here, but you know, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. Also this trend line up here, I'm not quite sure about that trend line. I like this trend line up here better, and you know, this harmony is not yet quite up there, but there is a very nice trend line up here, down here, and it is doing this, you know, I don't know what kind of pattern this is, but it is doing this pattern on the bottom side, and this is not the only thing. So some coins got this, you know, inverse head and shoulders, other have this only, you know, head and the right shoulder up here right now. My soul is up 62%. My wife is mad at me though. My wife, yeah, she's not technically mad, but she was like looking at Phantom, and she was telling me, oh my, you know, it's down here at some kind of 0.30. We should buy Phantom. And I was like, nah, it's gonna go up a little bit, but it's gonna go down again, you know, we're gonna buy when it's gonna down. And then it went up here. She's like, yeah, why didn't you buy, man? You have got like 50% up there, man. So, you know, there's that. I think my wife is a better trader than me, to be honest with you, because every time stuff is down at the bottom, she's like, it's very cheap now, it's very cheap. What do you think about ERA? Yeah, okay, we can talk about ERA. Cardano, let's go talk about Cardano. Where's Cardano? Up here. Cardano is up here. You can see the lines on Cardano. You can see the trend line up here, right? Very nice trend line up here, right? Very nice trend line. So the trend line needs to be broken if you are gonna have any kind of rally towards the upside. This over what happened over here, it's a very common thing, you know. We went sideways up here, we broke the trend, it went down, and then we, you know, had a big pullback towards the upside. So oftentimes you'll see these on any kind of time frame, you'll see price slowly going towards downside, then expanding big time towards downside, breaking the trend, and then having a V-shaped recovery towards the upside, right? So if you invert this chart over here, what you're gonna see, it's, you know, it's a leading bump and run pattern, right? So bump and run pattern is happening, inverse bump and run pattern right now. What I think it's happening on a lot of charts right now, and that's why I'm saying, you know, down here might be a good option to right now buy, because right now the market's very calm, the way I like it, very calm. Of course, down here is the best kind of option to buy, right? But you know, these are kind of overextended levels also, you know, but there's just too much emotion down here. There's just too much emotion. But as soon as it started recovering up here, you know, it might have been already goodbye. So, you know, the question is, if we break this line up here, are we going to go all the way up to 0.7? Are we just going to go to some kind of next trend line up here? Where is the trend line up here? Over here. It should be something like this down here. You can see here, we can just go with this move a little bit more towards the upside up here and hit this trend line without hitting this resistance line. And then, you know, again, reverse towards downside. I'm still expecting more downside long term. I'm still expecting this capitulation phase to, you know, take a little bit more time and dump on the downside. So, you know, I don't think the 25k is done. I think we're gonna go down to 23k, give or take. I think we are. I think next couple of weeks, this week that's coming right now, and the week after that, is gonna be okay, maybe sideways, maybe a little bit towards the upside because of the moon. We follow the moon, guys, we follow the moon. But after that, on the 30th of May, there is a new moon coming in, and then I think we're gonna get this final capitulation dump towards the downside, you know, some kind of ending, and that's gonna be that. Of course, she's a better trader, at least that's what you better say in front of her anyway. Yeah, she's not at home right now, so, you know. And she for some reason she doesn't like to watch my streams lately. I don't know why. Maybe because we're in the bear. Because when we were in the bull market, she was watching every single of my streams. But once we got in the bear market, she kind of stopped watching. She was like, ah. So I think she is definitely better. She has more emotional stability in me, and that's true. Like in everything in life, when it comes to my wife, she is very calm. Like if we get into some kind of maybe stressful situation, I can be very calm and very, you know, I don't stress that much. But if there is a kind of, it's not stressful situation, but if there is an emotional situation, I don't react well. But she reacts very well to emotional situation because she just doesn't care. She is very, you know, she can still think. That's why I'm not a good trader, because emotional, you know, stressful situations are okay as long as they're not emotional. You know, something is broken, thing happens, you know, house goes up in fire. I don't know, but you know, if something emotional happens, then I break down. You know, I do all the wrong things. But in emotional situations, she is, you know, very, very well adjusted and can actually, you know, get through everything, right? So the same thing right now, that's, you know, every time we have a big dump towards downside, she always says, Sasha, maybe you should, you know, get something, you know, and I'm always like, nah, it's gonna dump more, you know, eventually, you know. But I know that, you know, I don't like to doing that. And, you know, she often has right, so I start to listen a little bit to her. Happy to be at TLA. Alif Ahmed, back 2 months in the TA fans club. Hey man, how you doing? Nice to be back. Nice that you're back, Alif. Everybody's coming back, guys. Everybody's coming back. You know, the TA fans club is the place to be if you like technical analysis. By the way, I forgot to change the screen back to normal. There we go. I'm gonna go down a water slide now. See ya the center, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. So as you can see here right now, Cardano is needs to break this level up here, and this is not just, you know, this is not just Cardano. There is a lot of other coins, of course. Here is ApeCoin. ApeCoin had a nice broke these nice support lines down here. ApeCoin broke nice support lines. It started going down. Yeah, we had a couple of, you know, we had, you know, 1, 2, 3 lines down here, you know, that could, you know, give it some kind of support. Down here it got this support on this trend line up here, a bounce big time towards upside. It's creating this inverse head and shoulders right now over here, just like up here. You can see very nice trend line up here. If it starts breaking this towards upside, you might expect these resistance line to, you know, act as the resistance again, because if we do break this towards the upside, I mean, this can technically, you know, continue pumping towards the upside. But like I said, I still believe that we are in for another move towards downside. Right now, today we are up 14% on this move, and you know, we are still not breaking the resistance line. But if you, for example, add moving averages, you'll see that we are climbing the moving average, which is quite nice. You can see this moving average. This is 10 and 20 moving average up here. This is 10 and 20 moving average up here. 10 and 20 moving average. You can see that we are hovering above the moving averages. So, you know, we went down to the support, held the 20 moving average, bounced above everything right now over here. Right now we are doing this nice move before we break the 50 moving average and the trend line and everything up here, and maybe we go back to some kind of 10 levels. That's like 20% move, at least from what I see. But you know, everything is doing the same thing. Some are doing, you know, a little bit different stuff, but you know, overall it's the same moves. Up here it might be looking like this is actually broken already trend. So some have so I just picked this on random. This is Atom, but I did it, for example, on a Qcoin token. Up here also looks like it broke the trend. You can see down here it looks like it broke the trend, going for this 50 moving average up here. So it looks nice, you know, but I wouldn't say this is any kind of inverse head and shoulder. It's really weird head and shoulder. I think this is more like the W bottom pattern we create here. So there is a very important resistance line up here right now at 11.11 that we need to break towards the upside. If we can do that, you know, it can be you know, some kind of double bottom down here being created, and then we continue towards the upside. So it does look okay. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is creating this inverse head and shoulders. I can see here. Let's try to draw nice lines, because this was just, you know, this was just random lines, you know, with the eye. Up here, up there. I think you should go something like this up here, because you can see how nicely we've been touching these lines, and then these lines, and these lines, and these lines. So you can see right now that Bitcoin is actually doing this inverse head and shoulders pattern up here. Inverse head and shoulders pattern up here. Those of you watching, join the club, guys. It's worth it. Smash the likes buttons. Yeah, if you don't join, just smash the like button. Just smash the like button. So you can see right now over here that we are as well above the 10 and 20 moving average, getting really close to this breakout up here. So there's that. I'm gonna tell you what the danger I see on the charts right now, but this looks like to me like inverse head and shoulders. It's pretty nice inverse head and shoulders as well. Give or take, something like this, depends on when this breaks out, of course. It does look like a nice inverse head and shoulders. For this inverse head and shoulders to be complete, I think we need to get some kind of higher high up here. This is also important level of resistance. I think this 50 moving average right now is going to come something like this down. This might actually go up, and then we'll hit both this resistance at the 30.7 and the 50 moving average at the same time. And if we can manage to break that, I think, you know, we are good for a little while up here. These two lines up here at 30 32,000. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Where were these two lines? 31.7 and this one down here, because these are the last points of resistance. So you can see it up here. Let's just remove this 32 level down here, 31, 37, that's fine. And yeah, there we go. So these two lines are very, very important level of resistance. I'm very unsure whether we're gonna manage to break them, because if you can break this resistance up here, I think if we're going to go somewhere between 34,000 and 37,000 up here, that's also a very good possibility. So, you know, how much, you know, upside there is, you know, total upside, the way I see it, around 20%. Lowest upside is all the way like 3% to something like 6, 7, 8% up here. Might be right, but you know, there is not much that upside in anything. You know, there was much upside when we were down at the bottom. You know, the fear was down at, you know, 9 or something like that. Then there was much upside, but right now, you know, even if you break this up here, I still expect, you know, eventually to find some kind of very important level of resistance that's really going to get rejected, because on the big time frames up here, as you can see, let's just remove, no, not this one, let's just over here is nothing. We are having the moons, of course, and the moons are right now telling us that we are dumping. Today we are getting, sorry, tomorrow we're getting the full moon up here on the 16th of May. So, you know, we are already kind of, might go a little bit up here. And then on the 30th of May, 31st of May, or 30th of May, 31st of May, up here, we are actually getting the next new moon, and that's a dump moon. So these upper ones, these are dump moons. And these bottom lines, these are green. You know what we should do? We should change the color of the moons, guys. Waning moon, visibility, full moon mark. Full moon should be maybe something like greenish, so people know it's green, and this one should be something like reddish, so people know it's red. Okay, so it should be something like this. Right now people understand that, you know, we got the dump moons and full moons. Thanks for all you do, brother. Pier, please. Yes, of course, we're gonna check out Pier. So let me just, you know, say this. First we're gonna do moons, and then we're gonna do DXY and markets, and then I'll do Pier. That sounds good to you? I like the new colors for sure. I think people understand, but let me save the indicator. No, not like this. How do I save this up here? Save indicator template. This is MP. No, it's what's it called? Moon, just moon. Moon, yeah, moon, save. They want, yeah. Okay, let's check if this is working out. No, moons right now, nice moons. Okay, now we have, so the red ones are dump moons and green ones are pump moons, green ones are full moons, and red ones are dump moons. So you can see here right now over here we're expecting another, you know, of these green moons to hit, and then eventually we are gonna go a little bit up, a little bit sideways, or something like that's gonna happen again until we get this another new moon, the red moon up here again, and then we're gonna get pushed, you know, one last time towards downside. And then I'm looking, you know, again at some kind of, you know, 25 to 23k levels down here again, down here, you know, full panic again mode, 9 on the fear and greed index, whatever, maybe even lower, a little bit lower down. I don't know how this is actually gonna play out, but you know, that's what I'm expecting right now, because after this new moon, what we are getting up here on the 14th of June and July around the, you know, 10, 12, 11 to July down here, and even in the August around 11th August, something like this. All of these trees are super moons. We're getting super moon, 3 super moons in a row down here. So I'm expecting, you know, big support on the moons when it comes to the moons, and I'm expecting, you know, to, you know, start accumulating down here eventually. So I'm still expecting one more dump towards the downside, and I'm still expecting these moons to actually play out. I was actually talking to my wife about the Chinese moon festival. They got something called moon festival. I'm going to show you up here, and I didn't know this, but there is something called moon festival, well, China, and they eat this moon cake. So I knew about the moon cake and stuff like that, right? But I did not know about Saturday moon festival, Saturday 10 September. But it should go, I think she showed me that it's in August. It's August when Chinese eat mooncake. A mooncake is Chinese bakery product traditionally eaten during Mid-Autumn Festival. So Mid-Autumn Festival, the festival is about lunar appreciation and moon watching. The festival is about lunar appreciation and moon watching, and moon cakes are regarded as a delicacy. So this is a moon cake and they eat this. And when is this up here? 2022. It's Saturday 10th September, I don't know. She said it was in August, so you know. Maybe it's in August, I don't know. I want to refer you through it now. Okay, so there is this about the moons. Anyways, we are getting this, you know, super moon, so you know, expecting some kind of bottom down there eventually. Now, the problem that I'm having right now with regards to the you know, regular chart and this inverse head and shoulders and this pump towards the upside, the reason I cannot believe that we are gonna go that much towards the upside, and also these breakouts are a little bit scary right now because they can often fails until we actually break up here above 37. You know, this is not confirmed, and it can definitely break on downside. People think that just because you got some kind of a, you know, shoulder or some kind of, you know, head and shoulder pattern, you know, inverse head and shoulder pattern, something like that, you know, these a little bit more complex patterns that they have to break out. They don't have to break out, they can get rejected. Now the biggest problem is that tomorrow is, you know, although it is full moon and we got this lunar eclipse going on, which can be, you know, opposite of what we are expecting, the problem I'm seeing is on the stock market charts. Now stock markets did dump a little bit on downside. Friday we closed a little bit in green up here, as you can see up here, and we are getting closer to these 10-20 moving averages up here. So we are a little bit extended on the downside, but we already retraced a little bit. So I can definitely see in the Monday can go a little bit up, but I'm not sure whether this is just going to continue dumping to, you know, on Monday, Monday yet. I think there is also other reasons why it can dump on Monday, but you know, we did hit some kind of important support down here at the bottom down here, as you can see that. So we are definitely still in a downtrend down here, lower lows all the way down. Will we retrace a little bit before we got dumped down? I do think that, and right now I can definitely see also on the market that it can actually go a little bit up here before it actually goes down. And once it breaks this level on downside, that's going to be a big dump towards downside, so you can expect some major crash once this trend line over here is broken eventually, right? But I still don't know what's gonna happen on Monday, so I think, you know, maybe it would be wise to wait a little bit more. I'm not quite sure about that. DXY is still going towards the upside, the dollar index going towards the upside, and we are expecting this to continue upside for a couple of more weeks. Of course, you can see here it is getting extend towards the upside. It can definitely, you know, go for a couple of more weeks to upside before it starts breaking this trend line over here. The trend line right now, you know, a week ago, something like that, created this bottom down here, created this very nice trend line up here, and it's just pumping. As you see, still above trend line. Even with this move towards the downside, it's still above the trend line, so I'm still expecting this to go towards the upside. I'm always looking for the breakout of this trend towards the downside, because that will mean that the trend is done. And you know, it can also break the trend line and do another move towards the upside, but you know, if it fails to get back above it, because oftentimes when you break trend lines, you do like this, you know, try a couple of times, you know, to get back above the trend line, fail that, you break the resistance support, and then you go on the downside. So this is still going towards the upside. We are still having more downside, you know, so any kind of trade right now needs to be taught as some kind of what are you gonna say, some kind of you know, intermediate, you know, small rally that can bounce up like this. I'm long or rolls, please give me good news. Are we through the 4-hour bracket? Immortal, yeah man, we're gonna check it out. But first we gotta check out Pier. Okay, so we done the moons, we done the markets, we done the DXY. Let's check out Pier because the captain requested we check out Pier and look at what's happening up here. Let me just see if there is any other better better chart up here. Is this better chart? Nah, it looks low volume chart. Qcoin maybe. Yeah, Qcoin is nice. We're gonna check it on Qcoin. Nice, very nice. We like Qcoin. By the way, guys, if you're not, there's a link down below for Qcoin. If you do not have the account on Qcoin, make an account, guys. Make an account, because you know get 20% off fees and stuff like that. Bridge Cap, what's up? Bridge Cap, how you doing, man? So of course Peter has the same chart as everything else. Now the only thing that we want to know is the lines, guys. The lines, you can see down here some very nice lines. You can see down here it's hitting this down here, it's hitting up here a little bit up here, maybe something like this. give or take. Let's go to 4 hourly, see how this is actually working out. Yeah, maybe something like this, give or take. So you can see here as well, this creating this double bottom down here on the bottom side. There is no inverse and shoulders up here, but there is some kind of double bottom down here. And the target, let's see on the daily time frame up here. There we go, 4 hourly. Yeah, this is the line up here. So it needs to get above 4.99 or something like that. I think 4.99 is a very important level. Of course, the trend line and the 4.99, these two needs to be broken, and they got a 50 moving average. So you got like three major, not major resistance, but you got three resistance up here at least, you know, to break up, you know, before this can actually go towards the upside. But you know, it is about 10-20 moving average. Maybe a small pullback down here, a little bit waiting because it's getting a little bit extended, but you can also just break these levels up here towards the upside. So we are looking at that right now. But it does have same shape and form like Bitcoin has, and it is definitely downside, so it's not, you know, anything out of the ordinary or like that. Some important resistance line on the way towards the upside. Let me go to the weekly time frame up here. So I regard this as the most important line because this was the support on the weekly time frame. This is like a legit support, and we broke that on the downside. Are we gonna come back all the way up here? I'm not sure about that. This is at around 8.2, 8.4. It looks like a, you know, big move towards the upside, so I'm not quite sure we're gonna go all the way up there. Yeah, and before we get there, we got this 10-20 moving average on the daily time frame that we need to get above up here. So you know, in case we do start breaking this towards the upside, I mean, technically, I mean, you could go up here, all the way up here to the top up here, 2.2 or something like that. You know, that's something like 60-70%. Depends. Like some coins can do that, but we also got 10 and 20 moving average that needs to be broken right now. Still not broken. There is nothing happening right now. You know, if you see Bitcoin breaking towards the upside, nowhere going all the way up there. Not right now. I mean, it could happen. It could happen. We still got 2 weeks until the new moon, so we we did have in this nice capitulation dump on the short term towards downside, and right now, you know, we are looking to start breaking this towards the upside. Maybe just gonna be like something like 5.8 or something like that, because the faster you get rejected, you can see this 200 moving average and 50 moving average on 4 hourly. On the daily, that's a 10 moving average. So maybe this level down here at maybe this level at around the 50 moving average up here at 5.8 or something like that might act as a very important resistance line as well. Resistance line, because I don't have that much faith in big moves towards the upside right now. That's why I say, although we can go all the way up here, I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that. I mean, we didn't retest it that nicely. We just kind of fell down. I mean, we can definitely go, but this moment downside, not sure about that. The thing is, when you got this kind of very important resistance, if you can manage to, you know, break that through and then, you know, come back, that's actually very bullish, because you actually managed to break through. If you only get to the resistance and get rejected, you know, it's fine, because you got to the resistance, you know, you're neither bullish nor bearish, and then you got rejected, that's fine. But if you get rejected before you get the major resistances, right, that's actually very bearish move. So in tech analysis, everything is about bearishness and bullishness. So, you know, if you fail to get back to the resistance, if you just came very close and then you already getting rejected by something else and not by that big resistance, that's actually very bearish. Till I think one more dump on BTC. So do we. We also think one more dump on Bitcoin. So there is that. But I think that one more dump on Bitcoin is going to take a little bit while. So, you know, but still excited about what's going to happen on Monday with the stock markets. So when do we get into accumulation phase? How long is that estimate to last? The way I see it, we are getting into accumulation phase. We are already in some kind of accumulation phase, because we already see that, you know, whales are already buying big time, and I'm gonna show you up here. Man, I post too much stuff. Wait. Did I miss it? There we go. No, not this one. Huh, interesting. Was this really so long ago? Wow. No, I don't think this was this long ago. I don't think this was this long ago. Let's go to this guy up here. I'm gonna show you something. Maybe let's go down here. Let me find it in the. Let me find it in the Telegram. I think I can find it easier, a lot easier on the Telegram channel up here. There we go. Can we edit up here just? Oh. Yeah, we can. Okay, that's nice. So I don't have to. So this is what I want. They are stealing your Bitcoin. I posted this on Twitter as well. Just in top 100. This. It says 10 minutes ago, but this was on 11/5. So this was 4 days ago. Top 100 Bitcoin wallets have added 77,000.6 Bitcoin in the past 24 hours. So we're not dumping on the downside, guys. We're not dumping on the downside. 11th, this 9, 10, 11th. So down here, right? So we're not already started dumping on the downside. They are accumulating. So whales are already started accumulating big Bitcoin, and they are buying the dips. But they need a lot of time to buy, guys. You know, me and you, we just press, you know, market buy, and we are all in already. You know, but they cannot press market buy. You know, buying 77,000 Bitcoin is very hard to do. You know, buying even more than 100, 200,000 Bitcoin. It takes a while to accumulate. And this is, and you know, Bitcoin is, you know, huge liquidity pool, but they also want to get, acquire altcoins, and altcoins have a lot less volume and liquidity, so it does take time to accumulate. What we do expect is prolong. Right now, you know, we expect another dump towards downside. Then we expect, I would say we expect between 3 and 6 months of accumulation phase down here. So, you know, once we get down, I don't think that there will be no, the way I see that, it should be no any, you know, fast move towards that side. There needs to become some kind of accumulation phase. It will look very bearish. I think it will look very bearish, you know, very bearish accumulation phase, but it will be accumulation phase. And once we are down there, 3 to 6 months, and then we go towards the upside. VeChain already did dollar cost average into it on the way down, 1.8 possible. We'll see that. Okay, let's go back to Immortal and check out Rose. So Immortal went long on Rose. Where is Rose? Up here, 6.36. So you said 6 months. Yeah, 3 to 6 months, give or take. It can be very fast accumulation, like 3 months. It can be 6 months as well, you know, 3 to 6 months. I would say 3 to 6 months, because you have to understand, like I said, me and you can, you know, press market buy and we are all in, right? But you know, the big money, billions and billions, you know, need to be allocated into altcoins and Bitcoin, and it takes a long while. So they're gonna suppress the price until they you know, acquire Bitcoin. At least from what I can see, because it is playing actually, you know, very nicely so far. Everything is going according to the plan, the dump, the capitulation, the liquidity pool, the money grab, the money stealing, you know, Bitcoin stealing. Everything is going according to the plan. So, you know, the next phase of the plan is, you know, getting down there, accumulate, and accumulation takes a while. How long this while it takes, you know, I don't know, but yeah, I'm guessing between 3 to 6 months. So we're gonna see that. Rose, Mortal went long on the rose. If you look at a 4-hourly time frame, it has this very nice line. It is breaking. It looks like it's already breaking towards the upside. It needs to also get above 0.82. Also going to act as a very important level of resistance. 82 up here. This on the 4-hourly chart, and I actually hate 4-hourly charts, but it looks like it's right now already breaking a little bit towards the upside up here. It's already up 6%, so that's very nice. Let's see here, and a reason it can actually go up here because we got a 10 and 20 moving average extended and everything like that, right? I don't think there is no way chance in bloody, you know what, that this is gonna come to, you know, previous resistance line up here. Let's just clean up everything off the chart, but you know, short term, something like that up here, if it managed to break 0.82 or something like that, it might go all the way up to the 50 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, and that's going to be also 10 moving average on the daily time frame. So this might actually fall a little bit lower down here around 0.1 or something like that up here, and then we'll see how this actually reacts to that level. Also down here right now, but you know, tomorrow this is going to be a little lower, so around 0.1 down here. You can also see right now on the 4-hourly time frame, this 50 moving is going to come a little bit down in here, so it's going to act as an important resistance level around 0.1. When it breaks 0.1 or not, I do not know that, but I think that's, you know, short term, that's you know, very realistic target right now, that it is breaking this trend line up here. I think it's already broke the trend line down here, but I would say maybe there are a couple of trend lines up here, because this one down here, that's broken right now, broken the second. Yeah, I mean, it needs to go a little bit up, but it is an option right now. It is above this moving average and so forth, right down here at 0.07, and it's trying to, you know, climb higher. We also got of course higher low down here. If it managed to break up here as well, we're gonna get a higher high as well up here, so maybe it's gonna go all the way to 0.1. Let me see. Unfortunately, let me see on the daily time frame. You gotta do this on the 6 hourly. Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like that right now. So we got a huge divergences up here on the chart right now. No, we don't have right now on the 8-hourly time frame. 8-hourly time frame, we don't have any kind of divergence. This is actually going as it should go towards the upside. And on the 6-hourly, there is divergence, but if it can manage to get above this 20 moving average up here, eventually, right, there will be no divergence as well. And on the 4-hourly, we also got the divergence up here, although it should not be look like it should look like this up here. But if you can manage to get above this level up here, there will be no divergence. So divergence is not confirmed yet, and you know, it should not be a problem if you can break. So this 0.08 level can definitely be broken very easily, I think. And I would say the target right now is around 0.1 on this. You know, long-term targets and stuff like that up here, you know, I don't think, you know, we need to you know, think about that, because right now we are still in a downtrend. There are a couple of trend lines up here, I think, that are very important. I think this one up here as well, that's also going to be at a 0.1 eventually down here, and the resistance line up here was all the way up there. Let me see how this looks on the chart up here. It's in the ballpark area up here. It's in the ballpark area, if it can manage to get there, right? But first resistance, of course, is gonna be down here at what's that, 0.082. If you can get above that, maybe all the way up to 0.1. We'll see that. Throws looking okay-ish. Yeah, but Rose looks okay. It looks like it's creating this double bottom down here. And like we said in the start of the stream, that you know, this pattern up here, when you have something slowly going down, and then you get this impulsive move, this you know, tends to go up. So there is certain levels that needs to be broken for this to be, you know, a leading, you know, bump and run pattern up here. I'm not quite sure that this is gonna be bump and run pattern. I'm thinking it's gonna get rejected up here and continue on the downside, but we'll see. Gaber is in the chat. Hi Gaber, how you doing, man? VeChain, you dollar costed into VeChain, man. Let's check it out. So right now you can see right now, you know, slowly stuff is breaking out a little bit. You know, the city of the resistance. Right now, you know, a lot more coins are in green. Let me show you up here. I should have done this way first. There we go. A lot more coins is in green. You can see here even Bitcoin is green right now, and you know there is less and less coins that are actually in red. So it does look good. It does look good, right? It does look good. But you know there are still some coins that are, you know, in green, in red and stuff like that. Luna is down 33% right now, but you know they are moving a little bit up. You know, some coins are pumping a little bit more than other coins, but you know ARK is up 8.39%. Depends on how much they dumped and how much volatility there is in coins, but still, you know, slow moves are nice. Slow moves are nice. So we like this. We like this. Definitely liking this more than other stuff. There we go. And let's go check VeChain. Where's VeChain up here? That is VeChain. Let me remove these lines, the old lines up here. There are a couple of levels up here. Of course, the might be resistance up here. Might be something like this as well. I don't think so. This actually breaks everything. So it's around like here somewhere, give or take. Resistance up there, it's only at 2 hits. I think he should be somewhere above these lines. It was acting as a resistance, support, broke below it, tried to go up below again, then failed below the level down here, below the level, and then dumped. We had a nice retest up here and continue going downside. So everything is playing, you know, as it should. We know where the lines are. This over here should be something like this up here, give or take. And right now we are in a downtrend, of course. And down here, let me just see if there is a very nice line. And there we go. This nice, very nice line. So just like everything else, it got this, you know, double bottom, you know, in really weird shape down here. But it was looking like it's going, you know, it was leading in and the dump the same way. So it got very important resistance up here, of course, on the trend line, and it goes from this week to this week up here. Right now, that's the resistance. Even after that, it needs to break up something like 0.33 or something like that towards the upside. You know, long term, this still needs to dump on the downside, just like everything else, because it, you know, the chart is actually the same as everything else up here. See here, the 50 moving average also corresponding nicely with this trend line up here. This trend line up here. So I would say still this 50 moving average on the 4-hour. I think 50 moving average on everything right now is very important. This 50 moving average on everything right now is very important, especially when you're looking at the 4-hourly time frame. So you can see here it's been acting as a resistance, it's been acting as support, right? And we are expecting, you know, this to continue acting as a resistance up here eventually, right? How long this is gonna take? Maybe it even breaks, but if it breaks, there is, you know, a good chance that it might continue towards the upside. Let me just go like this over here, and let's go check some other coins up here. For example, Ape up here as well. 50 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, very important moving average. Looks nice, needs to break that. Jewel Immortal said Rose also have this 50 moving average, and you can see here as well 50 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, very important. And you can see here that this 50 moving average will act as a resistance as soon as we start if we start getting to this 0.1 level up here, the 50 moving average, very important level. Let's go to Bitcoin and see how this is actually working in Bitcoin right now. 50 moving average on the 4-hourly time frame, that's around right now something like 31.4. So it is below this very important level of resistance, right? And it's coming very fast towards this target down here. So the question is, are we gonna, you know, manage eventually to break this 50 moving average, get some kind of rally towards the upside or not? So I would say that on everything right now, this 50 moving average is a very important level to watch for. Today rose 0.1. I don't know how fast this is gonna go. Let's go to Rose and check it out. So up here, it is climbing up here. So let's go in the small time frame, see what's happening up here. You can see here it's slowly climbing towards the upside, towards this resistance at so you know, when it comes to the day, you know, I said like today's Sunday and everything's a little bit shady. So I think that, you know, the prices might just, you know, linger around. If we get any kind of moves, I think it's gonna come in the last 4 hours before the daily close, the last 4-hourly candle. If you get any kind of moves. So right now we got right now it's gonna be, this closes in 20 minutes. 2, 6, 8. So we got, after this we got 2 more candles. 2 more candles. I don't think it's gonna be today. I don't think it's gonna be, maybe on Monday. Maybe if we get it hit it, maybe Monday, Tuesday or something like that. I don't think, you know, we're gonna go all the way up to there today. Because you know, can we do that? Yeah, we can do that, but it's kind of too steep. It looks too steep to me. I mean, of course, steep does happen. I mean, you know, you never say never, but you know, we'll see. Also on the 1 hourly, if this is there is of course there is of course support line down here. Just because we break the support line on the downside doesn't mean that, you know, everything is bad or stuff like that. It can just go slower towards the upside, or it can go all the way down here to the next support line, right? So if you break this support line down here, we might, you know, catch the next support line and then continue climbing towards the upside. But right now it is climbing in this speed up here, and if you look at this on the 1 hourly time frame, this will eventually say that, you know, tomorrow at around the same time we should come to one, because right now it's climbing in this speed, right? So, you know, tomorrow evening, May 16th evening, if it continues climbing this speed. Now if it does increase the speed, it might be a little bit faster, of course. So either towards the you know, daily close, or even tomorrow we might hit that level. Unless we break the trend, then it's gonna take a little bit longer, Thanks TLA, we just need to wait one more dump. Usually it doesn't come. Yes, but you know, we know that there is one more dump. Everybody else is not saying one more dump. Yeah. So there is difference. There is difference between everybody saying something like, oh, just one more dump, and we are saying, there are no more dumps. And then there is difference when everybody thinks, are we gonna go down to 10K? And we are like, no, just one more dump. Getting off to work, guys, gotta go. Thanks, Captain, for stopping by. This is just from Dome. Today we are delighted to provide the first ever preview of Everdome City, our Metaverse settlement on Mars. Okay, so let's check out that, by the way. Let's see, Everdome. I think it's this one up here. The most ambitious Metaverse 3.0 project crypto has ever seen, partnered with Meta Hero. So Meta Hero and Everdome is quite big. This is February 25th. Today we'd like to provide first ever preview of Everdome City, our Metaverse settlement on Mars. Nice. So, you know, this is the settlement on Mars, Everdome City preview, part 3 of 4 product series. I think Metaverse is gonna be pretty big once we get into the next bull market, because, you know, no projects are finished. You know, you can pump. Reason Cardano pumped a lot, and a lot of projects pumped a lot, is because they didn't have the working software, working blockchain, or working. They had something, but you know, there was so much hopium, so much stuff you can, you know, that's coming in the future. So if you got a project and you got all this stuff that's coming in the future, it's very easy to pump, guys. And Metaverse and Web3 and all of these kind of stuff, number one, you know, virtual reality, you get all these nice flashy images, and you're gonna tell people, oh, it's gonna be nice, we're gonna use, you know, VR glasses, they're gonna be, you know, right now they're pretty big, but they're gonna be small, and we're gonna be all in there. We're gonna use our currencies and Dogecoin and Bitcoin and VeChain, and we're gonna use all the blockchains. We're gonna buy NFTs, we're gonna sell NFTs, and we're gonna go around the party. And then they are building these, you know, gloves that you can actually touch stuff, you know, so there'll be all kind of grabbing and Me Too movement in the virtual reality. But that doesn't matter, because because, you know, you can sell the future prospects, right? You can tell them, you know, in the future everything's gonna be better, it's gonna be larger, you know, you can go to work in the metaverse instead of going, you know, taking the car to work and so forth, and people will pile in, of course, and you know, when they do that, we're gonna sell our bags onto them and we're gonna cash out. So that's the plan. What I think somebody came home. What are the chances of Doge being implemented? Twitter opinion about it. Right now I'm unsure, because I'm not quite sure if you see that right now with Elon Musk and Twitter, that you know, he's having a little bit hard time, you know, acquiring Twitter, so that might take a little while. So I'm not quite even sure that he's gonna be able to acquire Twitter. Maybe he's using this you know, he's saying that there might be more than 5% bots, what Twitter has said on Twitter, and then, you know, the price should not be that high, so he wants to get out of the deal. So I don't know. If he acquires Twitter, the chances are pretty high. If he doesn't acquire Twitter, chance you know, chances are non-existent. So there is that. Anyways, guys, this was nice. TA Fans Club live stream, Sunday chill out time. Unfortunately, I gotta go do stuff. It's been nice to do the stream with you guys. If you're not member of TA Fans Club, I don't know what you guys waiting. If you like tech analysis, you know, I don't know what you're waiting for. And everybody else, have a nice chill day. We're gonna meet again tomorrow, 9 AM Central European Time, on the dollar Bitcoin daily. So we're gonna check out what Bitcoin is doing, because tomorrow is gonna be a very exciting day. Full moon, lunar eclipse, markets are opening, DXY is still going towards the upside, and Bitcoin's right now in some kind of consolidation phase. So we're gonna see here at the bottom, you know, if we pump towards the upside and downside, what's been happening in the market over the night. So do check out Bitcoin daily tomorrow, 9 AM, and there's that, guys. There's that. Everybody else, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate every one of you, you know, being in the TA Fans Club. It makes my life a little bit, you know, nicer. Guys, see you around. Bye bye.